Hello, hello, hello. We're out in Valley Center. Looks like we're in an orange orchard. Going up not Harrison Grade. This road has a lot of historical significance. It's on the way up to Palomar Mtn. I believe it'll turn into a gravel road. I've never been here, so this is a little adventure. This is about 55 miles northeast of San Diego. Now we're in an orange grove. Smells good. Looks like grapefruit over there. Hawk eating roadkill. Now this is where the road ends, and it's pretty much just dirt road from here on out. But we don't mind the dirt. This bike loves dirt. And this is an easy road. Nothing too tactical here, which is good. All of the citrus trees are in bloom, so it smells wonderful. This is early March, and the flowers are starting to bloom in the desert. It's a beautiful time before it gets really roasting hot. And we're only in the 60s today, so it's quite comfortable to have your regular riding jacket is no big deal. I don't really fly on these kind of roads. I know a lot of guys do. They think everything is a race, and that's why I pretty much ride alone most of the time, because whenever I go exploring, like on roads like this, my goal is not to get somewhere as fast as possible. I like to take my time and putz around and You know, if I see something interesting, I stop, I take pictures. If there's some cool rocks, I take them. I actually like to use this bike to go rock hounding. My truck is four-wheel drive, but this will go most places that some four-wheel drive can't even get to because some places, especially in the desert, get really sandy. So this will go through sand pretty good. Sand is not my favorite. But it's all doable. I don't really look for super gnarly single track or anything that's too difficult, because you know, like here we have a little perch, and here you can see we're way up here now. I hope that my angle is okay on my helmet, but we're overlooking all of the orchards here, the orange groves, I guess it's the best way to call them. We'll go up and see where this is going to take us. I've never been on this road, so this is the first for me too. We're still gaining altitude. The road is rough, so it's actually just easier to stand up. You really have more control this way. Jar your fillings out. Like I said before, there's a lot of history about this route. It goes back to the covered wagon days. You can Google it. Not too crowded. I've only passed one person, but I'm not really sure what's up at the summit. My ears are popping. have a really good view up here. I can feel that. And by the looks of it, we still have a bunch to go. This would be a little sloppy if it was really wet. But parts of this road are still like paved, and then it goes all gravel, and being rough like this, it does keep people from driving too fast. But a lot of off-road people are just as crazy as dirt bike people. They think everything is the Baja 500. I mean, even on my street bike, I don't feel compelled to have to ride as fast as possible. If you look at most accidents, speed is what really is a factor. And usually people are going too fast for the conditions or too fast for their own skill set. But, you know, so many people want to be cool, and then there's so many people that are just plain idiots. It's no wonder they're still alive. Wow, this is pretty up here, huh? And hopefully there'll be a little place that we can pull off and take some pictures. I just have to pay attention. I don't want to be looking out and then have a Jeep come right down in front of me. That's usually the way things go. You think you're the only one out here riding, and then all of a sudden you got somebody else that thinks they own the road. So you got to stay awake. This is like the road to the heavens. You can actually see the ocean from up here. I mean, we got to be 4,000 some feet, which, you know, I know is not that high compared to the Rockies or the Andes. But for Southern California, we're getting up there. And this is, like I said, about an hour north of San Diego, so I'm still discovering these kind of backcountry dirt roads. They're out there. There's a lot of them out there, but some of them are private property. But this is actually designated as off-road vehicle use. So when it's that way, you don't have to worry too much about bringing motorcycles. Otherwise you would see signs that say, you know, no motorized vehicles, blah blah blah, hiking or mountain bikes only. And from time to time you'll see those signs, and if you're smart, you'll obey them. I've been in areas where you weren't supposed to be and had friendly chats with law enforcement. Luckily, I never had any real problems. We're going to stop if there's a place here we can stop and just see if we can just look. This is a closed gate. It says, attention hang glider and paraglider pilots. Roberts Ranch, Palomar Mountain. So I guess they hang glide up here. This is a locked gate, so like I said, I don't gate crash. I don't do any of that. I respect private property. I just don't need the trouble, you know. We're gonna go up a little bit higher because I think there's more of a plateau, or there's a summit, or we're gonna find something up here. That's for sure. And now we have a paved part of the road, so this is like this is the Autobahn on top of Palomar Mountain. I've never actually even been to Palomar Mountain. I know that, I don't know if the public can go in. I'm not up to speed on all of that, so there might be people watching that know all about it, but I don't know. I've seen it at a distance. I think it would be pretty cool to be able to look through the telescope, see some UFOs. Oh, they're out there. They are out there. Didn't bring my rock pick, or I'd be picking around here. You know, there's some places, I go out in the desert, you can find some really great specimens right on the side of the road, because you can see the oh, what was that back there? It'd be sort of cool to see them hang gliding up here. That straight ahead, I don't know if you can see those dishes, those that's I think where we're heading. I know there's another way to actually get to the observatory, because I just know there's another, like, more civilized road to get there. But I tend to like these kind of roads. I like Forest Service roads, gravel roads. This is my ideal kind of exploring. I'm not a big fan of a lot of super rocky, loose rocks. I don't have that technical expertise, and I get tired of picking up bikes. This is a tiny bike. This isn't too bad, but when you're on a bigger adventure bike, KLRs or stuff like that, this son of a bitch is way too much to keep picking them up. This is really cool though, huh? Looks like they had some bad fire up here. I don't know how long ago that was, but you know, there's always, I see a house or a ranch or something over there, so I guess people use this. Here's somebody's private property. It would be sort of cool to live off of this road. I think so. A lot of other people would think it would be too much of an inconvenience, but I like to be out away from suburbia, away from all of the foo-foos. You know, you live out here, you just can't run out for a quart of milk. You got to be sort of a prepper. You have to have your provisions, which is a good way to live when you think about it. We have a lot of washout here on the road. I guess when it does rain, this sort of becomes a this is probably nasty when it's really wet. We are still climbing. The hills are alive. You can sing the sound of music up here. My ears are popping. I haven't seen any elevation signs, so I'm not really quite sure of exactly how high we are, but we are getting up there, trust me. I don't know how much you can see. There's a really pretty lavender flowers there. I love lavender, you know that. It's like amethyst flowers. This is certainly a very, very nice ride up here. I would highly recommend it if you're into dual sporting. And if you like to get off the pavement a little bit, this is not a really super hard road to get up. You could get up here even if you had, you know, crummy road tires, street tires. Not if it was rainy, but hell, I don't even go out much on my bike in the rain. Not if I can help it. When I was living in Asia, that's a different story. We rode our bikes almost through typhoons. But you know, when it's raining hard, it hurts to be on a bike. It feels like little needles on your body. And it was weird because, you know, it's always hot in Asia. So we're just riding in pretty much shorts and a t-shirt. And then you have all the raindrops that feel like needles on you. It's a weird thing. Been there, did it, done it. Not anxious to do it again. This is pretty much a first, second, and third gear all the way up. I'm lazy. I'm sitting down for the most part, but if you were trying to tear up here like some motocross racer, I'm sure you'd be on the pegs the whole way up, but I'm lazy. And for the most part, this is, like I said, a pretty easy climb up here. Now, these trees have all been burned out, and like I said, I don't know how long ago the fire was here. got switchbacks, switchbacks, switchbacks. It's got to be getting close to the top of the hill. We'll see, we'll see. Here's somebody's driveway, can you imagine? That's a nice piece of property there. Not at the top yet, we're still going. Elevator up. Came this far, we can't stop now, right? You gotta keep on chugging. Don't run out of gas. That's one thing nice. I got 4 gallons. So I have about 190-mile range before I am on reserve. Most dirt bikes, dual sports, the stock tanks are so pitifully small. You know, where are you going to go with 1.5 or 2 gallon tank? You know, when you only have a range of 120 miles, come on, then you have to carry gas with you, which is a pain in the butt. Okay, here we have a sign. What is it going to tell us? Palomar Mountain, there you go. Palomar Mountain State Park. You see that? Official. Palomar Mountain, there you go. This is what I would pretty much say is the back way up to the mountain. I'm almost certain there's a more civilized route to get here, but I prefer this way. But most people in cars are not going to want to come up here. This is getting a little on the rutty side, so you have to pay attention. You don't want to get in one of those nasty ruts, or it will force you to go where you don't want to go. So you have to pick your route and stay sharp. That's the second truck that I saw. What do we got here? Looks like a little turnout spot. No parking, it says. Oh, there's nothing here. Why would they be worrying about parking? I guess it's just a place to reflect. There's not even a place where you can have a view. And maybe just a turnout. See, now we have some paved parts. It's a very interesting road. It goes from paved to gravel to real rutty. But that way it does keep down a lot of traffic, I'm sure. Because the majority of people don't want to bring their Honda Priuses up here. The only people I've passed have been 4-wheel drive pickups. Well, here we see sort of a normal road car, so somebody's brave. Now there I saw a trail and I saw a sign that had a red X through a dirt bike, so you have to respect that and not go on those trails because those are hiking trails. And the problem is if you allow dirt bikes on there, you have a lot of hooligans that would destroy the trails. If you really ride hard and ride aggressive, and you've got a lot of people on dirt bikes with knobby tires, it doesn't take too much to actually destroy the trails. So that's the main reason why certain areas are for hiking only, and you have to respect that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that ride dirt bikes that don't have any respect for the property. They just want to go out and have a good time. Well, you know, if we were all like that, everything would be destroyed. And there's plenty of places where you can ride your bikes and ride like Evel Knievel if that's the way you want to ride. My mission on any bike, whether it's street or dirt, is to come back alive and not have to be towed home. But I've known a lot of guys that are good riders. I mean, they have a good skill set, but they've also had a lot of accidents, and it's because of stupid things and stupid chances and just plain on doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. But that's something that changes as you get older. When you're 20, you don't think about certain things, you just do it. When you're over 50, if you fall off your dirt bike, it's like call 911. When you're a teenager or a young adult, it's like you get back on and say, let's go. So things change, you know. Having said that, I guess you realize that I'm not trying to prove anything on this dirt bike. Now here we have civilization. I see a stop sign. Ranger station. Okay. Park hours. That's a locked gate. I thought this was going to take us up to the observatory, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to go a little bit and just see where this goes. But I think the observatory is actually behind me. Picnic area. Well, I don't have a sandwich for a picnic, but let's see if we can find, I'm sure there's probably an area here that has some good pictures. Okay, bear with me here. It's tough just to get off the bike sometimes. Oh, let's go and see what we got going on here.